Hi, this is Mike Roth, your next sheriff of La Paz County, and I just want to do a quick video talking about this investigation that we talked about last week regarding William Ponce and the Arizona Police Officers Standards and Training Board. Some of my supporters sent that video to the Parker Pioneer, and the Parker Pioneer actually did a story on it, and they gave William Ponce the opportunity to respond. And his responses were very telling, or revealing as I like to say, because basically he said, this is old news. Okay, I mean, this happened 5 years ago or something like that. And the truth is, he's not been held accountable for his actions at all. He's been getting away with it. He's been getting away with it forever here in Quartzsite. And he's continuing to get away with it. But we're not going to stop just because Ponce says, oh, this is old news. So what? Let's say he raped a girl 5 years ago. That's old news. We don't need to follow up on that. And lying to state agencies and stuff like that should be followed up on. And the bottom line is, if you follow the dates that are in this investigation, and we are going to, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, we are going to post the entire investigation. I'm going to flatbed scan each one of these sheets, and I'm going to put it online. Not only am I going to do that, I am going to take the victim's notes, the person who gave me this investigation. I'm going to take the victim's notes on each page, and we're going to talk about what the victim thinks of this investigation and how Ponce has handled himself in the investigation and since. So if you follow the dates throughout this investigation all the way up to today, you'll find that this was a guy that was on the run. He had to get out of Indian country because he had this investigation going on and he didn't know what was going to go on. And the way it works at CRIT is they usually give you the opportunity to resign or get fired. And if you resign, no big deal, you're gone, everything's okay. Well, Ponce went and got another job, so they never followed up on it. Parker Pioneer, he was asked questions, and he basically said, it's a low-level offense. And that's just jaw-dropping, shocking to guys like myself who believe in justice and people who are victims of the injustice. I want you to do a couple things. If you think having sex while on duty is a low-level offense, I'd like you to contact Arizona Post. Arizona Post stands for Police Officers Standards and Training Board. This is the agency that certifies and licenses all law enforcement. Ask them what they think about sex on the job. And you can actually go a little bit deeper and see how they have spanked people, decertified, suspended their certifications for having sex while on duty. And meanwhile, nothing's happened to this chief of police? Nothing? This is crazy. And the other question is, why wasn't Post notified of this investigation? Whenever there's any kind of an investigation of an officer, especially a serious one, or specifically a serious one, Post is notified, and they didn't know anything about it. And that's a curious thing, and we need to find out why. Just because nothing's happened so far doesn't mean that there was no crime, not necessarily a crime, misconduct, and it might be a crime, I don't know. That's up to Post to decide. But since this came out today, I've gotten 5 emails from people, and I just want to read off what they said. The first person is the victim, is a victim of this, and she had seen what Ponce said at the Parker Pioneer, and this is what she said. Sad. Ponce said that in law enforcement, conduct on becoming an officer is considered a low-level offense. Sad, sad, sad. To abuse his power and another human being is a low-level offense. So let's see if the state agency that controls their certification agrees. Another person responded and said, and this is an attorney, so making a video for political purposes is a bad thing? And it means it's not true? Of course it's for political purposes. You want to educate the body politic about Ponce so they won't elect him. You'd be doing it even if you weren't running, and this is true. This is how I've gotten into trouble with the establishment in Quartzsite, is because when I see things that are wrong, illegal, or corrupt, I talk about it. and I bring it to the public's attention, and then the law dogs come out and they drag me through the courts, and then I have to prove myself innocent in the courts, which I've done time and time again. So I understand how our legal system works very, very well. And I understand how law enforcement uses the legal system as a tool to beat you upside the head with. And another person responded, and this is a former CRIT officer, somebody who knows William Ponce very well and knows his department. And this is what this individual had to say. Since having sex while on duty is a low-level offense, is this how Ponce is going to run his sheriff's department? Is it okay to have sex with your officers' girlfriends while they are on duty? Is this the kind of professionalism and law enforcement La Paz County wants? And that's a question you guys have to ask yourself. This isn't just his private life. Okay, this happened while on duty. Okay, and it wasn't just an individual he just happened to meet up. They met up at a remote location on the reservation and had sex. And the female has a history, and law enforcement is supposed to steer clear of these types of individuals. The next question was from a citizen here in Quartzsite, and this is a question for the town of Quartzsite, the county, FBI, Arizona Post, and the general public. Why was there zero disciplinary action for conduct unbecoming an officer? If I'm driving down Main Street at 10 o'clock at night and my taillight is out on my license plate light, I'm getting pulled over. I'm getting a fix-it ticket. Or if I'm going 5 miles an hour or 10 miles over the limit, okay, I'm going to get stopped and ticketed. But the boss of the whole operation gets to go out and have sex while on duty? I mean, come on, people. This is amoral behavior, and it needs to be looked at like that. And a person with that type of personality should not be promoted with more power. And the last person that responded to me today is also a former CRIT officer. And these people can come out if they want. I'm not going to out them right here. But, and they feel comfortable enough communicating with me to ask these things and talk to me about these things. But this one was very interesting. This person said, I would send this, the Parker Pioneer article, or I would send this or call FBI office to let them know he withheld the investigation from the Bureau of Indian Affairs so he could go to their Chiefs Academy. They might pull his attendance certification. Now, we believe he lied on his personal history statement for application, on the application for employment. That's that form that every officer has to fill out before they get hired by any department. And I've had officers and detectives look at it and they say he lied. Okay, now we're going to see what Post says. I can't say one way or another because, like I said in the last video, law is legal. It's not logical. Something that us normal folks would think would be wrong is not illegal. So we'll find out. You know, if he's willing to lie to Arizona Post and to the town of Quartzsite, what makes you think he wouldn't lie to the Federal Bureau of Investigation so he can go get his title for FBI training? Which in itself is bad because that's more federalization of local law enforcement, and we can do a video about that later. In fact, I implore you to watch Dennis Vosper's video talking about the nationalization of local police. It's not something we should be looking forward to. We should shy away from it at all costs. So anyway, we're going to flatbed scan these sheets. It's going to take a little while, along with the victim statements regarding everything that was in here. And I want you guys to see for yourself what was said. This is not Mike Roth throwing dirt. That's what I got accused of. I knew I was going to get accused of that. These are facts. This is a federal investigation. Okay, it's not Mike Roth just pulling things out of the sky like my opponent does to deflect what really happened. So we're going to put this on a website. We'll probably put them on my website, Roth for Sheriff, plus SaveLaPazCounty.com. It's a new website that I'm allowed to use, and I'm going to put information and truth on that right up until the election and maybe after, because what's going on in La Paz County is really, really unfortunate. What's unfortunate is we allow it. There's only a few of us that speak up, and immediately we face charges. We have to deal with the courts and lawyers and the heartaches and the hassles and, the upset spouses. Why do you care? Well, because I do care. I care about my county. I care about my country. I care about my nation's future. And if we can't fix this in small town America, we're over. It's done. And I don't want it to be done yet. I love America. I love my county. I love my community. And please, people, wake up. Go to SaveLaPazCounty.com, RothForSheriff.com. All these documents will be on there soon. And if you have any questions, call me. If you have anything you want to share with me, that's what been one great thing about running for office is the people that have been coming to me with information about the dirty dealings that are going on in this county. And there are a lot of them. Also, if you have questions and you don't want to talk to me, and you want to know things about, well, what does normally happen to an officer that's caught having sex on duty or conduct on becoming an officer, I would go on Arizona Post's website and look at what's happened to other officers. Okay? Careers have been ended for one bad mistake, having sex while on duty or having an affair with somebody. And, my opponent has gotten away with it and is getting away with it until this day. That's something a lot of people bring up. Oh, this happened so long ago. You're going to find out very soon that these activities are still happening today. Quartzsite Police Department is just a madhouse. Okay, there are guys chasing girls, girls chasing the cops, Anyway, I don't want to get into it because we did an interview, and that interview is coming out. This is an interview with a former town employee who saw lots and lots of dirty things, and when started to talk about it, it affected their employment, and they just said, the heck with it, I'm leaving. Not only did they leave their job, they left the state. So, and I've seen that time and time again. Good people in Quartzsite run out of Quartzsite, leaving the area because we can't seem to get the corruption under control, and that's why I'm running. I want to end this madness. Let's stop the insanity, folks. Vote Mike Roth for sheriff. I will do the right thing, and if you have any questions, you can call me, and after I'm elected, you can call me anytime as well. My phone number is 480-236-6764. That's 480-236-6764. Go to my website, rothforsheriff.com, and SaveLaPazCounty.com, and also go to my Facebook page, Roth for Sheriff, and like and follow me there too. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk soon.